Good morning. Welcome once again to our coffee morning. Because we live on an island and nobody lives more than about 70 miles from the sea, and until fairly recently our beautiful and varied coastline was the choice destination for holiday makers and day trippers alike. The attraction of the coast is still very strong, but now includes resorts and destinations far away that have become popular with the advent of cheap flights and package holidays. There seems to be no danger of our own coastal resorts losing their popularity anytime soon, though, as can be witnessed by the crowds that have flocked to our own beaches in recent times. The relatively close proximity promises of fresh air and the soft sandy strand, swept clean twice a day by the tides, is a surefire attraction for those seeking a healthy day out with friends and family, subject to the observance of safety considerations and a knowledge of the tides, of course. This is more important for those who prefer the more remote areas or the thrill of exploring rock pools. This has resulted in the growth of what was formerly tiny fishing hamlets that could hardly even be called harbours as boats are pulled up out of the beach in a sheltered bay, sometimes with just a rudimentary breakwater for protection. Some have developed into large coastal towns, exploiting the commercial advantages of being a port. We probably wouldn't recognise Cardiff or Swansea or Newport as they were before the days of coal. The few buildings that existed were churches and in Wales castles. The main commercial centres in those days were inland at major river crossings and fords and bridges, so that the coastal settlements were small and often only of military significance. They were not seen as the benign, beautiful and peaceful places as we see them today, but as dangerous, sometimes hostile places, left best to those who had little choice but to live there. In earlier times, our coastlines were under constant threat of attack, and defences were built all around our coasts to repel invaders and defend the populace. Now, right up until the middle of the 17th century and beyond, Barbary pirates and slavers were active around British coasts, especially busy in Cornwall and Devon up to the 1650s, and many watchtowers were built, either freestanding or as part of a church, and it is estimated that 1 million Europeans were taken during the 250 years of their activity. Now, Oliver Cromwell was so concerned about this that he said to have ordered that captured slavers should be taken to Bristol and drowned. Slowly. These pirates operated from North Africa and captured young people to be taken as slaves to the Arab markets there. The able-bodied and young people of Huw and other Cornish towns were taken, and in 1631 almost the whole population of Baltimore in County Cork was captured and the town abandoned. So as well as being a benefit for our recreation, our coast has served as a source of food through fishing and as a bridge to trade and the gateway and bastion for our defence. The waters off our coast have been a vital thoroughfare for the movement of goods and people throughout our history. Now, these days, we see our coast as a wonderful asset to be enjoyed and used for our benefit, to be cherished for its wildlife and majestic scenery. But this interface between land and sea has dangers too, and that sublime view across the bay is a completely different beast at the height of a November storm. Now, this will be my last thought for the day until September, when the schools restart. But please to continue to enjoy your coffee and cake and calling a friend. And if you feel like doing a TFTD, thought for the day yourself, please contact Mike Hill or me